What's up, YouTube? You checking out the Frequent Flyer, and I'd like to welcome you guys back to my RC Chop Shop. And you can see I have my Devo 10 here. This is my Devo 10, and I have this here in front of the camera because I have this also. What the heck is that, Frequent Flyer? I know. Yeah, well, this is an RF module, a 3-in-1 RF module actually. This module combines the a7105, the CC2500, and the nRF24L01 all in one. So try to zoom in on it, let you guys see what it look like. Now, I actually ordered this and it said that it was coming soon. It was back ordered or something like that, but so I didn't expect to actually receive it, and it just out of nowhere just showed up at my mailbox. So I guess they got some in for a quick second or whatnot, but I went back and checked again and it says pre-order there now on Banggood. So I don't know what's the deal with it, but I have me one now, so I'm going to install it in here and see how it works. Okay, so I have all of my accessories on deck for soldering. I got the wet sponge there, as you can see. I got the water bottle there, the spray bottle, and I'm tinning my wires now. I like to tin the wires. That makes the job a little easier. Makes the soldering easy anyway. And I do have some basic electrical solder here. It's 60% tin, 40% lead. I'm no expert at this, but it's not that hard. I got some colored wiring here from my good friend Michael Thompson. Thanks again, Mike, for this awesome wire here. So we're going to be using this. Okay, so what I did was follow the chart that they have on the website where you purchase this at. They actually have a little blueprint of how to get everything working and what goes where, what connection is to be soldered where on the Devo 10, and it has one there for the Devo 7E as well, but I'm working with the Devo 10. So what I did was follow that chart. I took record, I wrote down what color wire I soldered where on the board. So that seems to be the easiest way for me. So now I know which color wire is soldered to which point. I can now use the color coding in order for me to solder them to the correct points on the Devo 10. For instance, number 15 spot, the VCC prong goes to that one. So I have to solder a point from the VCC on here onto spot 15 on the transmitter on the Devo 10. Now, I've made note that that connection is the red wire. So I'm going to solder this red wire to connection 15 on the Devo 10. And so on and so on. Like the number 12 is going to get this yellow wire here, because I've noted that this spot here, number 12, the last one on the left side is yellow, and it goes to number 12 on the Devo 10. So let's get started on getting these points onto the Devo 10. Oh yeah, in case you're wondering what that big glob is there for, I just put a big glob of hot glue on to the connection points so nothing moves around, and to make sure none of the connections don't touch or anything, just to keep it secure, make it more durable as I'm going through soldering these. None of these don't come loose on this end. So let's get to the Devo 10. I have to open it up to get inside, and we're going to solder the points where they go. Okay, so I got the Devo open by taking an Allen wrench to these little screws that it has and all of these little holes there. And when you open this thing up, you have to be careful because there are some wires that's connected. You have to just unplug them like that. There's 4 of them. I already unplugged 3. Here's the last one here. Yeah, and that allows you to separate it. These are our points here and on the side here. So it was hard, but I finally got everything soldered in the correct spot, hopefully. Unfortunately, I did destroy one of my auxiliary knobs, this one over here, but I did put my antenna in that spot, and I'm going to have to order another one of those knobs and reinstall that knob there for the auxiliary 5. But let's put this thing back together and hopefully everything will be working. Okay, so I got my Devo all back together again, and the last and final thing is to put this in USB mode and modify the INI files to enable the modules, or the module in this case, the 3-in-1 module. So I'm going to use my phone to do this. So I have a OTG cable here that I use to do things like that on my phone. Okay, so I finally finished this thing. Got everything done, got it back together. I had a few mishaps, but I'm satisfied with what happened. I'm okay with it. I lost one of these dowels, actually. One of these knobs here. I was trying to remove it. There are pre-drilled holes in here, so I was trying to utilize those holes. I removed this. There's a aluminum panel here, and I removed that, and there's 3 holes there on each side. So I was going to try to move the knob over and put this antenna here on the end, but I didn't know that you need an Allen wrench actually to remove these knobs. There's a little hole on the side, if you guys can see that there, but I didn't find that out until after I had already broken it. I was pulling down on it with some needle nose pliers from the inside, and I broke it. I thought that it was going to slide, the knob was going to slide off or something, but anyhow, I'm okay with losing that auxiliary knob. I really wasn't using that at all. I think I can install another one if I knew where to get another one from. But anyhow, I installed this in the original hole that the knob was in, and the module works fine. At first I was getting an error on an a7105 chip. When I turned it on, it was saying missing module. Turned out that the yellow wire that I had attached to the connection that was associated with that was touching another wire. So I went back in, and that was a simple unsolder and resolder. I cleaned the soldering job up a little and made it so it works now. So I have tested it. Everything works. I already have deviation installed in here. So if you're at the point where you need to install deviation, all you have to do is go to the deviationtx.com website and download the Devo 10. I think deviation is at version 5.0 now, so a bunch of new protocols are all added in now, so you can get the official firmware, the 5.0. So you just download that. You need the defuse tool. Last time I was there, I was unable to acquire the defuse tool from the website on Walkera's website. For some reason they didn't have, the link wasn't working. I don't know if they have fixed it now. It's been like a month and some time since I've been back there to try to download the defuse tool. You need defuse in order to install the firmware into the into the Devo. I'm sorry. So if you don't have that and the link's still not working, you can always hit me up at frequentflyer55@yahoo.com and request that defuse software, and I'll do my best to get that to anyone who emails me at frequentflyer55@yahoo.com again. And yeah, so if you need to install it, you just hold down the EXT button. It's the same way on the Devo 7E. The buttons are aligned a little different, but there is an EXT button that you hold down and you just turn it on, and you'll see it say program update, and that's the mode you have to be in order to download the firmware in there to connect to the defuse tool. And once it's done, you just turn it off, and then you hold down the ENT button and turn it on, and you'll see that's the USB symbol there, and it'll connect to your computer and allow you to drag and drop files. And all you have to do is grab all of those folders that come inside the deviation package that you download on 5.0 and copy all of those files into the space on your Devo. So you're going to have all the protocols and all of that in there. Be sure to save your model files. If you have model files already set up, just save those off to the side on the computer first. And then once you move all of those folders over to the internal memory of your Devo 10 or Devo 7E, and then you can just copy that models folder back over with all of your settings and stuff back in it. So yeah, I'm so happy to have my Devo 10 up and running with all the protocols. This 3-in-1 protocol, I think, the 3-in-1 module, I think, is one of the best things that they've thought of to implement all 3-in-1 chip. I don't know how I got it. It says pre-order on the website, and when I was trying to order it, it was saying pre-order. So I think I canceled and I ordered the modules separately, but somehow this thing ended up in my doorstep, and so I installed it. So that's it. Installation of the 3-in-1 module in the Devo 10. Thanks for watching.